just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the tide. And the match that drew a spark was a single stolen kiss. And if that ain't love, I don't know what is.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
I will hope everyone's doing good today. Our Sunday chat for this week is, today's date is July the 28th, and we don't have any preparation for this chat. We are sitting in our living room right now, and I just got home from the hospital about 30 minutes ago. And so we're doing this unprepared, but we want to go ahead and get it done, so we'll have a Sunday chat for this week. And first thing we want to do, before I talk to you about what happened this week, I'm going to let Marie do the devotion for this week. She told me it's on Matthew 7, I believe 23 and 24, or 26 and 27.
Right.
And so I'll let her do the devotion first.
Okay, I'm going to read the scripture reading of what Calvin just quoted, Matthew 7, 26, 27. It says, "Everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash." And that's so true. If we don't build our house on the foundation of the Bible and God's word, then our house lots of times it does become weak, and the foundation just crumbles. And when we have our faith in God, He really sees us through and makes us strong, and our families are good and strong. And when we don't have Him in our life, our whole household is just in it just becomes ruin. And mostly everyone's household is like that, that doesn't have a good Christian Bible principle that they live by. I've seen it so many times, so many people I know that don't believe in God. They're just riddled with all kinds of foundational problems. And so today it says, how deep is your faith? Is it strong enough to trust Jesus through the really tough times in life? And sometimes my faith is real strong, and sometimes it gets weak. But anytime it has anything to do with my family, it seems like I become a ball of nerves, and I need to trust on God more and rely on the Word more. But we're human, and sometimes in our humanness we don't do that. We just get in the flesh and just become a ball of nerves sometimes. Or that's at least the way I am sometimes. But when my faith is strong, I'm not like that. When I'm in the Word really good and know the Scriptures really good, then my faith is strong. It says it's relatively easy to follow Him, claim His teachings, and proclaim His love when your life is basically trouble-free. That's so true. You learn how firm your foundation is when a job is lost, a relationship crumbles, your health falters, and whatever the problem, if you're built a foundation of trust in God, believe in His Word, regardless of what comes, then your faith will get you through and will grow deeper in the process. And that's so true. Excuse me. If we know the Word and we know the Scriptures that can help us when we're going through a bad storm and rely on His Word, it makes our faith really strong. And then there's a little prayer at the bottom of the page, and it says, "Dear Father, it's hard when painful things come in life. It's just plain old hard." And me and Calvin has been going through a lot of different problems and health issues and things like that. And sometimes some of our subscribers had commented on, "I look sad." Well, sometimes when you come on camera, it's hard to be in a happy, smiley kind of person when things are going on in the background that people don't know about, and different family problems are going on. So I apologize when I'm not upbeat and bubbly, but I'm just a real person going through real things like y'all do, and I'll try to be more bubbly sometimes and upbeat, and I want our channel to be that kind of channel, a happy channel, but we have been going through some hard times lately, and I'm sure some of y'all have too. It says, "Sometimes my trust in you stands firm, but there are times when the difficulties seem to pile on top of the other, and then, well, I have trouble," and that's so true for me. "Forgive me, help me, strengthen me, and help my faith to grow." And I also want to claim that, because sometimes my faith is weak, and I need Christ's strong word in me more, so that my faith will be more able to deal with hard situations. Okay, Calvin?
Okay, I guess you want me to talk for just a minute, don't you?
Well,
I tell you what, we need to show these cards.
Okay, we'll do that then.
And then I'll talk.
Okay. Barry and Cecilia Bradley sent me some cookbooks this week. I apologize for my raspy voice. I have been dealing with bronchitis for a while, and I got two more pills to finish up with my second round of antibiotics. And so I still have a little raspy throat, so I apologize for it. But anyway, Barry and Cecilia Bradley sent these cookbooks through the mail to me. I had someone last week that also sent some, so thank you very much. They look like they're authentic. She also sent a letter, and she was saying that she hopes that both of us are doing better. And so we thank you so much for sending us get well wishes when we don't feel good. And we thank you for the cookbooks.
And Barry and Cecilia, they have a YouTube channel also, and the name of their channel is Boots Outdoors, and I'll leave you a link in the description of this video for their channel.
And Calvin has really amazed me with how good he has been doing with getting his gallbladder taken out. I think, do you have 4 little scars or 5?
4.
He has 4 little scars. They did it, what do you call that? Laparoscopic.
Yeah.
Anyway, he had that done, and he's a little sore. I think a lot of his pain medicines is that he had in the hospital is wearing off, but we got a prescription for that. I don't know if he'll refill it or not, because me and him, neither one. The only thing we usually ever take is Tylenol. But if he gets to hurting later on, I'm sure he'll be on the phone. But anyway, we also got mail this week. I'm missing a card. No, here it is. From Eric and Brienne Royal, and it's a cute little card, and in it she says, Calvin and Marie, she comments often on our channel, and she also enjoys our, she says right here, "Thank you for what you do. It is a true ministry across the miles. Love, Eric and Brienne Royal." Yeah. And so this right here is what it looks like.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I don't know if we should have said her last name or not.
She won't mind us saying her last name.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. Okay, now this is the next one.
Yes.
And I'll hold it and you talk about it. And I'm not sure how good it's going to show up on camera. This is what's called a yarn puppy. And I'm going to turn it real slow and hopefully you can see it. But Madeline sent this to us last week and she makes these and she sells them. I think that she told me she had an Etsy store that she sells them through. But what I will do in the description below, I will leave all of her information. If you're interested in getting one of these from her, you can contact her directly and find out where to send payment and how to order.
And she has some in 3 different colors. And I know that one of them is pink because I see it.
What she meant by 3 colors,
Yeah.
she makes them in 3 colors. This one is black and gray and white.
And this one is pink and white.
And red looks like.
Red.
Or 2 shades of pink and white.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're very cute and they're made to just sit around. They're not really made to play with. Addison hadn't got to see this yet, but I know Addison is just going to love it when she sees it. But we'll let her see it, but we're not going to let her play with it, okay? But let me set this back over here. We had it sitting on the sofa here where we're at, but we moved it over here while we're doing the Sunday chat.
And Addison is going to be 3 years old soon, and so we're going to her birthday party Monday, and so I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, she'll be 3 years old Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, and so while we're mentioning that, Addison's mom put a new video out last night.
And it was good.
It was real good, and the one she put on before was the one that's playing on TV behind us right now.
Yeah.
That's where they made a trip to Indiana. And I'll leave a link to Kimberly's channel if you want to go check out her channel.
Yeah, she hasn't made a lot of videos lately because she's been out of town. They had to go to a ceremony to honor her husband's father who had passed away. He was a pastor in the Church of God, and so they were honoring the pastors, so that's why they went. So they've been out of town, and she hadn't been able to make any videos. So y'all be watching for her videos. I think she's going to get back to doing it now that she's back.
And also the day they got back, the next day, Bible school started.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they've really been busy.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all excuse me if I'm not talking real strong today. But like I said, I just got home from hospital. So I'm going to take a minute and tell you what happened, because this was like a little an emergency surgery I had to have. It wasn't planned. We had no idea this was going to happen. But last week on Monday, when we had our dinner meal, I had some chicken strips and French fries. And within about, an hour, I started hurting. And I've been having that problem for a pretty good while.
Yes.
A lot of times when I eat, I'll start hurting.
You will.
But usually the pain goes away within an hour. Well, this particular time, the pain did not go away. So by Tuesday morning, I was still hurting a little bit, but not quite as bad. So Tuesday at lunchtime, we went out to eat, and I didn't eat anything until lunchtime when we went to Chili's with the family. And we had a video on that came out Wednesday. But I ate some chili. Well, I ate that chili, and the time I got home, I was hurting so bad I couldn't hardly stand it. And I hurt all day Tuesday, and when I got up Wednesday morning, I was still hurting real bad. And so Marie told me, she said, Calvin, she said, you need to go on to the emergency room, said something's got to be different this time, and we need to find out what's going on. So on her advice, I took off and went to the emergency room. And so got there, and they checked me, and they said based on the symptoms that I was telling them that it sounded pretty much like it was my gallbladder, but because of my past history with the surgery that I had had with my esophagus cancer, and with having to remove part of the stomach to rebuild that. They said they needed to run some extra tests to be sure they didn't want to just go in there and take my gallbladder out. So they ran, first test they ran was the CT scan and checked all that, and they said that it indicated it probably was gallbladder. Okay, so then next they ran an ultrasound test on me to just look at it a little differently and see what they could tell. And after both of those tests, they said it did indicate it was probably the gallbladder, but they didn't see a real major problem that said it was the gallbladder. So they had one other test, and he said that's the hardest one, and it's called a Heidemann test or something like that. And basically what they do is they put you in the MRI machine and they run a radioactive tracer through your body, and when that tracer gets to your gallbladder, it will make your gallbladder contract, and it shows how the gallbladder is working, and it will tell them if it's functioning correctly. So the very first step they did was they ran that through there, and I had to stay still for 1 hour for this test, and at the end of the hour they said that nothing ever came out of my gallbladder like they were expecting. So then they tried it with morphine. They gave me a small dose of morphine, and they said that would cause your gallbladder to contract, and it would force the stuff to come out so that they could tell how much is coming out. So they did that, nothing came out. So when the doctor come up and talked to me after the test was finished, he told me that apparently my gallbladder was completely blocked. And he said I didn't have any choice. I had to get that gallbladder out, and it needed to come out now. And so they went ahead and scheduled to take it out the next morning, which ended up being, I went in on Wednesday, they did that test on Tuesday, and they took my gallbladder out on Wednesday morning. They said because of my previous history of everything I've been through with my surgery, he was able to do it with laparoscopic surgery, where they put 4 holes in you and do it, but he had to put mine in a different location due to the scar tissue from my other surgery. But anyway, it was a successful operation, but he wanted to keep me at least overnight to be sure that everything was fine.
Yeah.
And so today is the next day, which is what we're up to now. Today's Saturday.
Right.
I might have lost track of days. I went on Wednesday, had some test on Thursday, operation on Friday, came home on Saturday. Okay, that's it. Just be sure I'm telling you right. So I'm home now. I feel good. I'm not hurting what I call physically. As if I go over and set my recliner chair and lean back a little bit, I feel great. But when I'm up and walking around, I am sore. If I bend over, I can tell I'm real sore. And so it's probably going to take a few days for some of this to wear off.
Yeah.
But if anyone's going to have that particular surgery, the gallbladder removal surgery, it's not that bad of a surgery. I wouldn't be afraid to have it done. It's not, it's something they do, very common, okay? The only thing different with my situation was because of my previous surgery, he had to do it just slightly differently. But I had a very good surgeon. The one that did my cancer surgery, he was not able to do it yesterday because he was in Augusta for some big meeting that he had to do a speech at. And but the doctor that did it works with him and his group of doctors, and they're very good friends and they know each other well. And so he had talked to my cancer doctor and got all the details on it and knew exactly what he was up against before he started. Yeah. And he was very nice. He come in and he took 20 or 30 minutes in the hospital room explaining to me exactly what he was going to do and how he was going to try to do it to make it successful. Yeah. And he did great. and he came in early this morning, checked on me, and he said, Calvin said, you look good. All your numbers and everything looks good. You're doing good. And said, I'm going to let you go home today, and I'll get you to come back to the office in 2 weeks, and we'll just make sure everything still looks good then. And so that's what happened. I had a little emergency gallbladder removal.
Yeah.
And probably if I hadn't had the previous surgery, if I'd been a little younger maybe or whatever, I would have got to go home yesterday after the surgery, because normally they do that.
And I sure am glad you're back home, because it's been very lonely without you. But I was glad that we got to use Messenger and talk at night.
Yeah, we used FaceTime and talk, didn't we, girl?
Yeah.
And that's nice that you got that technology available to us now.
Right.
And so last week we didn't really have that many videos, and I don't have them listed out because we didn't do any prep this week. But we did do a Sunday chat last week, and I remember Monday night our video was we did the Dolly Parton pancakes.
Right.
And we enjoyed those pancakes. They were good.
Yeah, we know some of you make them from scratch, and what our channel is really about is making them fast and easy. And when we were younger, we made a lot of things from scratch too. Yeah. But yes, scratch is better, but Dolly Parton pancakes is easier.
Yeah. And as you get older?
Yeah, you try to look for the best way you can do things for your age and time saving because of your age. Some people our age, they're mountain climbers, they ride bicycles, they run 4Ks, whatever you call it. They do all of that stuff, but everybody's different. But me and Kevin do a lot for our age, and we're glad that we can get all around as good as we can. Mm-hmm. And you have to take each day and live it the best you can, and do what you can to stay strong. I know my diet could change a little bit, but I do eat relatively pretty healthy, and I don't overeat or anything like that, but I'm not perfect on my eating. I know I need to be better. I just can't give up my Coke Zero.
And every time we go to a doctor for any reason, they're always telling you got to change something.
Right.
And so for right now, I got to change my diet for the next week at least.
And I'm going to try to do the same thing with and go along with Calvin, because I have high cholesterol. But I'm still going to do my cooking videos, and I probably won't be 100% on a diet streak, but I'll do the best I can.
Okay, and then we sort of jumped off subject, but we'd had one other video last week, and that was where we went to Chili's and had dinner with our family, and I think we went to Dollar Tree in that video.
Yeah.
What happened, we did that on Tuesday, and when I come home I was hurting so bad. I did manage to get the video edited that evening, and I was going to finish up and make a thumbnail for it on Wednesday, but I never did get that thumbnail made. So the video went out without a good thumbnail, and then when the video came out Wednesday evening, I was in the hospital. So I did not answer any of the comments. I finally had time and went through and gave everybody a heart, and then I got I think Marie and Cynthia made some community posts. And I tried to give everybody a heart that commented, and we may be up against the same thing on the Sunday chat today. If you leave a comment and if all you get's a heart, that means I'm not taking the time to answer because I'm tired, okay? But as soon as we can, we'll get back to replying to all your comments. But we do read every single one of them. It's a lot easier to read a comment, but then when you gotta take your fingers and type that comment reply back using your phone, and when you have 200 or 300 comments, it takes a long time to do them all.
Yeah.
And so, but we definitely appreciate them. I know on the community post, gosh, we had hundreds and hundreds of people that was telling us that they were praying for me, and sending well wishes and everything, and we really appreciate that, don't we, Marie?
We do.
Yeah.
We really thank our subscribers.
Yeah, we've got some great subscribers, and I don't know how long this video has went so far. Let me take a quick look, Ray, and see. Y'all just may have to apologize to me for getting too close up here. Okay. We've already went over 20 minutes on the video, so we won't stretch it out too much further, but we really appreciate everyone, and just as soon as we can, we'll get back to making us some good cooking videos. But for the next 2 or 3 days, I'm definitely going to take it easy and get recovered fully. And then we'll get back to full strength, won't we, Marie?
Yeah.
We hope so. Anyway.
We'll get back in the kitchen, won't we?
I'll get Marie back in the kitchen.
Yes.
She told me last night, she said, I got a bunch of things I want to cook. And so, and we got some good ideas because we're wanting to try some different things, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. We appreciate each and every one of you. We love you very, very much. And I hope and pray that everyone's doing good. Most of our viewers are in our age range, or a lot of you may be older and a lot of you are younger. But you know how it is. You never know when the next day you're going to have a little emergency and
Right.
you're going to be in the hospital having surgery. And so just appreciate each and every day that you have with your family, and love them and show them you love them, because you never know when that last day is going to be for each and every one of us, right, Marie?
Right.
I know when they started to roll me back into the operating room and Marie was there and she was holding my hand, she didn't want to let go, did you, Marie?
No.
And I know how hard it is because I remember when you had to go in too.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, y'all have a great week, and we'll see you on the next video.
Yes, and so do what you love and love what you do. And like Calvin said, we'll see you in the next video. And y'all have a great week, and stay cool. Bye.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love